Good evening. My name is Sara Adam. It's time to take a look at business news. Now, we're going to speak to CS Cabinet Secretary for Tourism Najib Balala in regard to COVID-19 and how it has impacted or affected the tourism sector. And he'll break it down for us and tell us exactly what measures they have come up with to ensure this sector has been cushioned. Now, good evening, Najib Balala, CS for Tourism. And what are the raft of measures that you have come up with to ensure that the sector is able to cushion the sector to ensure that even players in this particular sector do not lose jobs?
Well, first of all, it's unprecedented times of COVID-19. Unfortunately, the industry is highly affected, and most of the facilities are closed down. So we have worked with the sector and looked at the opportunities. How do we now cushion job losses? The industry said in the next 3 months from March, in the next 3 months, they can be able to work on a mechanism where people can go on leave on shifts. But also, if that finishes up, then there'll be loss of jobs. But also, the government has meant to reduce the VAT from 16 to 14%, as well as corporate tax and pay as you earn to 25 from 30%. So this is generally for everybody. But we have worked with the industry looking after the pandemic. How do they revive their business? How can they get soft loans at low interest rates? These are the things that we've been asking. And how do we look at the new reset the sector? So we are working with the industry. Yesterday, we had a very large webinar with almost 1,500 people who have registered to discuss what we're going to do to leap forward as a sector.
Will the same protocols apply to hotels? Because we believe some hotels do have restaurants in them. So how will it operate?
First of all, let's accept that hygiene will be paramount. So not only hotels, even in our offices, people need to make sure that they are free by going for vaccination, also going for a test. So most of the hospitality industry workers will have to go through the virus test for the negative, and constant taking temperatures and symptoms. That is crucial because food is sensitive. Irrespective of food in a kiosk, food served in restaurants, low or high restaurants, or even in hotels in your bedroom, you need to make sure the person who serves the food is hygienically safer before they can serve you food. So these protocols are very welcoming for us, the sector. Today, the ministry is going to make them very clear, and already have been given a copy of the protocols. I will disseminate it to the industry today and make sure that people follow. And if people are committed to follow, even from tomorrow, they can open their restaurant.
What procedures will it be? Especially, will it be now we are going to see the people working in hotels having to are required to get tested, mandatory requirement for them to get tested?
Well, first of all, there will be travel initially, but domestic travel will be much more sooner than later. International travel will take a bit of time because the confidence and the trust for people to travel will be almost guaranteed if there is a vaccine. So everybody is looking between 1 year to 18 months for a vaccine to appear, and then they'll be able to plan or go for a vacation, particularly long-haul vacation like Kenya. But domestic tourism, people start traveling hopefully by September, October, November, so that holidays in December, we can have a good number of people traveling. But with the new world order, with new normal, people will have to actually go through tests, through vaccination, and you cannot board a flight without having a certificate to show that you are clean and you have been tested as well. So the certificate, the vaccine, and I don't know if you remember that we used to have the yellow fever certificate to travel to different countries. That will be a mandatory issue for COVID-19 as well. So then it will give people the possibility to say, we are now confident and comfortable to travel. But also destinations are going to benefit are destinations which take hygiene, health measures to be very serious so that they don't contaminate, they don't become reckless. So these are the destinations that will benefit from tourism. And Kenya wants to be a destination that takes care of hygiene and safety.
Are there tourists that have been stuck in Kenya? And if so, what is the Ministry of Tourism doing in partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to ensure that they evacuate these particular tourists?
Well, first of all, we don't have any report of tourists per se, but we have reports of travelers who have come here for one reason or another, either visiting friends or businesses or any of those issues, but they're here in the country. Their respective embassies have organized for them to be evacuated. Today, we have received the flight from Turkey, and the Turkish population here are now being evacuated back to Turkey. We have seen the same thing on the weekend with German population. So people with different nationalities are being evacuated according to the policies of their governments. So eventually, they will be able to be evacuated. Our airspace is closed so far. The airspace is shut for only cargo and no passengers to be brought into the country. If any passengers are coming into the country, they need special clearance from the Minister of Health. But so far, our airspace is shut and only allows cargo airlines to come in. And also airlines that come in to evacuate citizens who have been cleared by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So there is that coordination between Health and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in particular for evacuations.
And how much recovery package will the industry need to keep the industry afloat once COVID-19 ends?
Well, this industry, the tourism industry in Kenya, employs over 1.6 million people, yeah, and generates $1.6 billion. So you can see it's a very powerful industry. At the moment, it is as good as shut, and we don't expect even 2020 to have any meaningful numbers coming into the country or even the industry to benefit apart from domestic tourism. But yes, we are working on a mechanism how we can appreciate the circumstances, particularly addressing the issues of SMEs. Restaurants are the ones who have been badly hit. So we are working and discussing all these opportunity that we can support the industry. But I want to say that, yes, this is the situation we are. It's unfortunate, but we want to work together as a community, rather of government versus the private sector.
We've seen Utalii College has been closed, and we've seen people really complaining about that. What came up? Why did that decision come up? And are we likely to see this particular college being opened?
When the Minister of Education and the government opened up all education institutions, Utalii College will open. The place where it's being closed is the Utalii Hotel. Utalii Hotel was working, and we wondered how come it is operating while all other hotels in the country are shut. And I was made to understand there were 9 clients in the hotel, and the cost of operating a hotel for 9 clients is totally, not acceptable because it's not viable. That's why we gave directives that that hotel should be shut, and the board will make the decision what is the next step. Because we cannot, and government cannot run hotels. Hotels should be run by the private sector. And particularly with Utalii Hotel, where it is, you need to fund Utalii Hotel in the tune of 300 million. And what it generates is 50 million. So you could see it's not viable as government running a hotel. So the best thing is shut it down now because of the crisis, because there are no clients. And if there are clients, there are only 9, and a hotel cannot run with 9 clients. So we shut it down until further notice. Most of the hotels, 99% of the hotels are shut. The hotels are operating are the ones that is being coordinated by the Ministry of Health.
Thank you very much, Waziri, for taking time to speak to us, and Ramadan Kareem to you as you observe this Ramadan period. We do appreciate your time. And that is Najib Balala, CS for Tourism, and he's been able to highlight exactly what is happening and what measures they are putting in place to restore this particular sector. Good evening, and my name is Sara Adam.